Here comes the Chenglong H7, dragging a gigantic, highly pressurized tank of liquid fuel. Based on the bitter, smoky failures of the previous trucks, engaging the differential lock right here is an absolute necessity. Let us see if he learned the lesson from the guys who failed before him. Can he do it? Will the Chinese powerhouse conquer the Widowmaker? He is pushing, he is climbing. Oh, brutal! Physics says absolutely not. He completely ignored the spotters on the ground. He thought he could muscle his way through the bad angle, and now he is paying the ultimate price. You simply cannot defeat gravity and rain-slicked asphalt with pure ego. He is completely stuck. The massive rig is paralyzed right in the middle of the hairpin. And just to make things perfectly miserable for everyone involved, the sky opens up. The rain is getting heavier by the minute, turning this already deadly curve into a slip and slide of terror. Today is an absolute nightmare for these blue-collar truck drivers trying to navigate this cursed apex. They are fighting the terrain, the weather, and their own machines. But wait, through the mist, here comes another brave driver. It looks like he is going to attempt a rolling start, keeping the RPMs high and the momentum steady. Can this bright red tractor clear the danger zone where so many others have failed? He takes it extremely wide, hugging the right side tightly, listening to the spotter. Yes, he commits to the throttle. The engine screams, the tires bite, and the massive rig claws its way up the mountain. What an incredible, nerve-wracking display of heavy-duty survival. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why these drivers earn their paychecks. Welcome to what can only be described as the ultimate bottleneck of doom. Look at this massive, chaotic traffic jam forming on what might just be the most unforgiving, white-knuckle hairpin turn in all of Asia. Right now, this mountain corner is completely choked up. We are looking at a total standstill, a logistical nightmare where man and machine are about to go to war against gravity. Down below, emerging from the mist like a heavyweight fighter stepping into the ring, we have another brave soul in a massive liquefied petroleum gas tanker gearing up for the climb. Will he conquer this monstrous incline? Driving a rolling bomb that weighs upwards of 80,000 pounds up a slick, rain-soaked mountain requires a very specific, almost insane set of skills. Every single driver out here has their own unique driving style. Some veterans make it look like a Sunday drive to the grocery store, while others end up fighting a brutal, terrifying battle for every single inch of wet asphalt. Way down the mountain, fading into the fog, we have two more massive tankers waiting their turn. And let me tell you, this is not a playground. This is the real deal. Enter our first contender of the day, a heavy-duty Hino 700 series, a flat-nosed beast pushing well over 400 horsepower. But look closely at the cabin. The driver looks a little hesitant, and frankly, I absolutely do not blame him. He is looking up at a gradient that mathematically defies the laws of physics. The Hino starts its crawl. The diesel engine is screaming. The turbo is spooling up. But wait, look at that rear axle. I am predicting a solid nope right here. He is not making it up this time. He has lost all forward momentum. The coefficient of friction on this wet road is basically zero right now. According to my visual analysis, he is done. The tires are just melting against the slick pavement. To beat this absolute widowmaker of a corner, you have to crank that steering wheel all the way to the passenger side to widen the turning radius. It is a brutal reality check. Now the spotters on the ground, the unsung heroes of this mountain pass, are screaming at him. Back it up, back it up. Squeeze the tail end right against the edge. Let me remind you, pulling off a reverse maneuver with a 50-foot trailer on a wet incline with a massive cliff staring right at your rear view mirrors is terrifying. This is not easy, folks. Meanwhile, at the top of the pass, we have an entire fleet of trucks that have been stranded since dawn. They are trapped, waiting for this circus to clear out. Let us focus back on our current gladiator and see if he can magically pull a rabbit out of his hat. By analyzing the veteran drivers who miraculously survived this corner earlier today, the secret formula is crystal clear. You must hug the passenger side edge as tightly as humanly possible, almost scraping the paint, and then swing incredibly wide to the right side of the road. If you cut the inside corner too tight, the angle becomes mathematically impossible. The tractor might make it, but the trailer will completely lock up, drag, and you are going nowhere except backwards. Yes! Look at that! He finally hits the sweet spot. The tires bite into the gravel, and he powers through. That is exactly how you do it. But do not blink, because right behind him, another giant is ready to roll the dice. We have a heavy fuel tanker stepping into the arena. Oh no, disaster strikes immediately. We have a Hyundai HD 700 in the mix, and the engine goes completely dead. He stalled a manual transmission right in the kill zone. Fire that massive block back up, buddy. You do not want to roll backwards here. Looking down the sweeping valley, we have an entire fleet of tankers creeping up the grade. Here comes one now, taking the outside line. And wow, he makes it look incredibly easy. Flawless execution, gliding up like he is driving a luxury sedan. Down below, two more rigs are spooling up their turbos for the climb. Look at the speed on this guy, coming in incredibly hot. He is taking no prisoners today. But wait, another driver right behind him suddenly hesitates. You hesitate on this slope, you lose your momentum, and the mountain wins. Every single time. Now it is time for the Hawo, the Chinese tiger, to show its claws. The spotter on the ground gives the universal signal. The driver engages the differential lock, slams that heavy transmission into third gear, and completely guns it. Listen to that roar. Pure mechanical rage pushing roughly 90,000 pounds of Chinese steel up a wet mountain. And he crushes it without breaking a single sweat. Next up is the premium Korean heavyweight, the Hyundai Exient. But look at this maneuver. Look how far back he is reversing. He is backing way down the hill, taking a massive runway for this jump. Let us see if this incredibly bold, high-speed strategy pays off. Today is Sunday, and apparently, only the heavyweight champions of the trucking world are out here. The little delivery box trucks are all staying home where it is safe and warm. The Exient charges forward. He swings hard to the left, hugging the danger line, then cuts violently to the right. The engine howls with everything it has. But look at the drive axles. The tires are just spinning out of control. Wow, absolute denial from the mountain. He has completely lost his momentum. The rubber is screaming, fighting for grip. But there is nothing left. The 80,000 pounds of dead weight is pulling him backwards. He has to hit the air brakes and reverse in absolute shame. Now the driver has to sit in the cab, wipe the sweat off his forehead, recalculate his life choices, and try to figure out a brand new strategy to conquer this beast of a hill. Down the hill, the traffic jam is slowly mutating into an endless parking lot. The lightweight pickup trucks breeze right past the big boys, almost mocking the heavy haulers as they zip through the tight spaces.